Philiphaugh looked like a swamp with a very muddy pitch, which certainly caused all sorts of problems for the players and the spectators, who would struggle to identify who was on the pitch very soon after kick-off. The driving rain never let up for the game, which was crucial to both teams. Selkirk needed 6 points from their final 2 games to qualify for the playoffs, while at the other end of the table, Heriot'S Blues needed to get past GHA and Musselburgh, who were sitting above them. Heriot'S Blues had a game in hand, and you would fancy their chances to do enough to survive, but it turned out to be a very interesting afternoon. The Nails came out all guns blazing and took an early lead when skipper Robert Kay gave the scoring pass to second row Charlie Jupp, who sauntered in unopposed, with Graham Wilson converting. Fraser Stanier wasn't far off giving Heriot'S their second try soon after in the corner, but Josh Welsh put in a good tackle to force him into touch. All the territory was going Heriot'S way, but strong Selkirk defence was keeping them at bay. But eventually the ball went loose to Stanier, and he dotted down for the perfect start for his team as they went 12 points up, which was the score at half-time. Selkirk emerged from the dressing rooms as if they'd come out of the laundrette with change strips and were hoping for a change in fortune. But it was Heriot'S who again came out firing, and this kick ahead, not dealt with by Selkirk's Ethan McVicker, nearly led to a third try for the visitors, but a knock-on was given and Robert Kay was denied. The penalty count was racking up for Selkirk, and they didn't find too many favours from the referee. It all led to more possession and territory being coughed up, making Selkirk's job even harder. However, when they finally did get some ball to play with, they used it well, and a controlled driving maul off the back of a James Head line-out win led to a try for hooker James Bett, which brought the Souters back into it. It wasn't a great day for running rugby, but Stanier did his best here after collecting a kick, but a covering tackle from McVicker brought this move to an end. It may not have been a day for running the ball, but it was certainly a day for driving mauls, but this one didn't lead to the Blues' bonus point try, despite their best efforts. By now it was becoming one big mud bath, and when Heriot'S Blues got their third try by, we think, prop John Lascelles, it was very difficult to recognise many of the players, but you could see what it meant to the big man to get over the whitewash. Kicking was always going to be difficult today, but Wilson made a good effort in digging the ball out of the mud here, and he was unlucky with this effort, which hit the post. Selkirk needed to get at least one losing bonus point from this game to still have an outside chance of going to Curry next week to try and get the 5 points they need to get into the playoffs. But it wasn't going to be their day, and when Heriot'S scored their fourth try and the news that GHA had lost 15-13 at Hawick came through, it was job done for the Nails, hooker Daniel Dineen getting the touchdown. With Musselburgh winning 2010 at Glasgow Hawks, it's GHA who have been relegated, but Heriot'S will be playing Premiership rugby again next season thanks to the final score at Philiphaugh, which ended Selkirk 5, Heriot'S 22.
Started pretty well, got a field position, and from there on it was just everything was against us. Marched right down the field to score a pretty good try, but in terms of rugby, I think their 9 and 10 showed that they're just very experienced and put us in the right positions.
I'd say that kind of relief is the overwhelming emotion that we've had today, to be honest. We came down here knowing we had a good job to do, and that Selkirk were obviously going well in the league, and they had something to play for as well, so it wasn't going to be, a middle of the table team that were just going to roll over. So no, immensely proud of how the guys played, and they stuck in right to the end to get the extra try that we needed as well. So no, hugely proud of the boys.
We talk about discipline, and we're just not quite getting it. Silly stuff where it's easier to just spread the field, stay on your feet, but we're having a go at the ball, we're losing that, we're going off our feet. Now it's terrible conditions out there, it's very, very tough for both teams, and I know the penalty counts the last 3 games have been well over the 15, so it's not good enough.
Well, we knew that kind of discipline was our big thing going in, especially in attack. We're not wanting to kind of lose the ball the way that we wanted to apply pressure, by keeping the ball, keeping it in the right areas of the field. It was a big focus going into the game. It was, we managed to achieve that. I think that was key to how we went today. Absolutely.
There's absolutely no pressure going into Curry next week because it is a league game. It's a chance to rebuild and get a bit of momentum back within the squad. Of course, what we need to work on is getting field position, getting entries, so we can get an opportunity to go at them. We never had that today. I think we must have made 1 entry and scored 1 try. It's simply not good enough. If you're not getting field position, you can't win rugby games.
So Premiership rugby again at Golden Acre next season.
Yeah, thankfully.
Congratulations on the win today. Enjoy your journey home.
We will do, don't we? Cheers.